Hospital Management, Bob Horn from the United Way, Sue Deneen from South Coast Hospitals Group, Steph Kerr from Webster Inc. And I want to introduce a very special person to you this year. For those of you who joined us last year, you may remember Laura Madison, who told us a very heartfelt story about her experience with the Phi Foundation during the passing of her husband, Pete. Laura is a phenomenal person who inspires me every time I come in contact with her. Many of us didn't have a choice to deal with cancer or not. Laura does, and every day she chooses to give back to this organization. She approached us after the event last year and expressed interest in joining our board. She's served us phenomenally over the last year as an advocate, speaking on behalf of the Phi Foundation. She generated a tremendous number of the auction items that you see in the corner, so she's really become the heart of this organization, and I'm glad to introduce her to you to say a few words.
I swear, I have Kleenex, but I have papers too. So forgive me if I don't make some eye contact. This year there's a lot that I really want to get out. First and foremost, I'd like to say it's just so nice to be together for me and support goodness and spread hope. For some of you know, I attended last year's event, and you may remember my story. I'm happy to share since last year's event, in which Julia shared with you guys, I have since joined the board of Phi Foundation and couldn't be happier to be part of this, given this opportunity to be part of this organization. We started to plan this event months ago, and at that time with family, we talked about speakers, and I actually said, no, I'm not going to speak because everyone heard my story. And I wanted to give other people a chance to speak. Then about 4 weeks ago, I received an email from Julia, and it was about an applicant who was in need of support from us. After I replied to Julia and the team, it hit me. Of course I wanted to speak. I wanted to speak to all of you. You are the reason why I was able to hit reply on that email and say, yes, we need to help this person. And in that moment, I realized you need to hear my story again, even if it's for the second time. You need to hear how the Phi Foundation and all of you have impacted my family's life and myself. I will do my best to try to contain my emotions, but there are no promises. August 11th, 2011 will always be a date that I'll remember every second of. What my husband and I thought was a sick visit to the hospital or to the doctors turned into us learning that Peter had cancer. From that day on, Peter would take the next year and fight for his life, the biggest battle of his life, leukemia. Nearly 8 months in the hospital, 9 rounds of chemotherapy, a bone marrow transplant, surgery on his knee, and the list could keep going. During this traumatic time, day-to-day life was still happening. He was a small business owner, which in return we had to close his business down. And as luck would have it, I was laid off from my job just 1 month into his treatment. Not only was I trying to be my husband's nurse, advocate, and keep day-to-day responsibilities going on, I was trying to ensure that Pete spent as much time possible with his daughter, and now I needed to figure out how to pay a mortgage, health insurance, and make sure there was food on the table. The last thing I could do was begin a job search. In reality, I had a new job, and that was taking care of Pete. I tried to keep the financial state of affairs away from him. He didn't need additional stress to figure out how we would pay for health insurance or our house or any other bill that was coming in. So I turned to countless organizations to look for support. It was turned down time and time again because Pete's type of leukemia was not recognized. I was on the verge of giving up when a friend told me about the Phi Foundation. I reached out and applied, and and within a week heard from Julia. Her response of kindness and support, and that's what she provided us, was some of the most comforting interaction I had had while Peter was fighting for his life. Julia sprang into action and provided us worry-free time financially so I could continue to be with my husband and take care of him. Words cannot express my gratitude for every additional second that was given to both of us. I'm sad to say that in the year 2012, Peter passed away. It was just one short year after his diagnosis. There are so many things in life that we just cannot control. So when you come across the things that you can control and that you can help with, why not do it? All of us here cannot change the health of a patient. But what we can do and will continue to do is provide support with the financial day-to-day stress. I'm not normally a quote girl, but I'm going to share my favorite quote with you. It's by Audrey Hepburn. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands. One for helping yourself, the other for helping others. By each and every one of you showing up tonight, and for anyone that has contributed to the Phi Foundation and that may not be able to be here with us tonight, thank you for your second hand. Without all of you, we would not be able to assist those who are in the battle of their lives. Thank you to Julia and Peter. You are both an inspiration to me daily. Your dedication and drive has created this amazing foundation that there is an incredible need for. There is something to be said for Julia overcoming her cancer. Julia and Peter very easily could have moved on with their lives in celebrating her health. Instead, they stand here tall with such big hearts and open arms to create miracles for young adults to catch their breath during traumatic times. I'd like to thank the Phi Foundation Board to allow me to play such a big role with you. Supporting the cause and giving back means more than I can possibly articulate. I'd like to thank my family and my friends who have always stood by me in the good times and in bad. You feed me strength and love. Finally, on a very personal level, I would like to thank you all on behalf of my late husband, Peter Fontana. You all gave us extra time together. For every second, every moment that I was able to be by his side, I am grateful, forever grateful. I promise you, I will continue to lend my second hand to help others. I hope you guys enjoy tonight.